For months, the entertainment industry was filled with quiet whispers, subtle glances, and an undeniable spark that fans simply could not ignore. Every time Zhang Linghe and Tian Xiwei shared a screen, a stage, or even a brief moment off camera, the air between them seemed to shift into something far deeper than mere professionalism. Audiences dissected every frame of their interactions, watching how his eyes would linger a second too long, or how her laughter became just a little softer whenever he was standing nearby. It was the kind of unspoken chemistry that could not be manufactured by a script or forced by a PR team. Yet, despite the endless rumors, the trending topics, and the overwhelming fan speculation, both actors maintained a careful, graceful distance in public. They offered polite smiles, standard answers, and kept the true nature of their bond hidden behind the protective wall of the booming careers. Until a single, unexpected moment changed everything, leaving fans completely stunned and tearing down the veil of secrecy once and for all. It happened during a live broadcast, an event that was supposed to be a routine, highly controlled promotion for their latest collaborative project. The atmosphere in the studio was electric, filled with bright lights, eager interviewers, and millions of viewers tuning in from around the world. For the first half of the show, everything went according to plan. Zhang Linghe sat with his usual calm, composed demeanor, responding to questions with thoughtful elegance, while Tian Xiwei brought her signature radiant warmth, illuminating the room with her effortless charm. However, behind that polished surface, a subtle emotional tension was building. Sharp-eyed viewers noticed the way Zhang Linghe kept subtly shifting his posture to stay closer to her, how his hand brushed against hers as they passed a microphone, and the quiet, meaningful look they exchanged when a question touched on the topic of genuine affection and real-world connection. The turning point arrived during an unscripted, casual segment where the hosts opened the floor to spontaneous audience questions. The atmosphere in the room shifted instantly as a question regarding their real-life dynamic was read aloud. Normally, a veteran team would steer the conversation back to the drama, but the host pressed forward, asking Zhang Linghe directly about what Tian Xiwei truly meant to him beyond the lights, the cameras, and the fictional characters they portrayed. For a few lingering seconds, absolute silence fell over the studio. Tian Xiwei looked down, a gentle, slightly nervous smile touching her lips, while Zhang Linghe paused, looking deep into the space in front of him as if weighing the cost of total honesty against the safety of a scripted answer. You could hear a pin drop in the studio as millions of fans held their breath, waiting for the standard PR deflection that usually follows such personal inquiries. Instead of leaning on a safe, diplomatic response, Zhang Linghe took a slow, deep breath, looked straight into the camera, and then turned his gaze directly toward Tian Xiwei. What followed was a raw, unfiltered confession that no one in that room, or watching from home, was prepared for. In a voice soft with genuine vulnerability, he began to speak about the long hours, the silent struggles behind the scenes, and the rare comfort he found solely in her presence. He admitted that from the very first day they met, she was not just another co-star to him, but a grounded force that completely altered his perspective. He spoke about her incredible strength, her gentle kindness when the pressure became overwhelming, and how her presence had secretly become his anchor during the most challenging moments of his life. It was an accidental slip of the heart, a moment where the overwhelming truth broke through his usual reserved exterior, exposing emotions that had clearly been carefully guarded for a very long time. As the words left his mouth, the reaction in the studio was pure disbelief. Tian Xiwei's eyes widened slightly, her breath catching as she looked up at him, caught entirely off guard by his sudden, unreserved honesty. The host stood momentarily speechless, realizing that they were witnessing a moment of genuine, unscripted reality in an industry that so rarely allows it. Online, the stream exploded as social media platforms were instantly flooded with millions of comments, clips, and reactions. Fans who had rooted for them for years could barely process the fact that the silent longing they had perceived for months was not an illusion at all, but a living, breathing reality. Zhang Linghe had not just given a friendly compliment, he had laid bare a deep, profound connection, speaking with a level of sincerity that made it undeniably clear how much Tian Xiwei truly meant to his heart. What made the moment so overwhelming was not just the confession itself, but the sheer emotional authenticity radiating from both of them in the seconds that followed. After his words echoed through the silent studio, Zhang Linghe offered a gentle, slightly embarrassed smile, as if suddenly realizing just how much he had revealed to the world. Yet, there was no regret in his eyes, only a sense of profound relief. Tian Xiwei, visibly touched and emotionally moved, looked at him with a tenderness that spoke far louder than any words ever could. The quiet understanding between them in that moment proved that what they shared went far beyond temporary rumors or promotional hype. It was a rare, beautiful glimpse into two people who had found a genuine, irreplaceable bond amidst the chaotic noise of fame, leaving the entire world watching in awe at a truth that could no longer be hidden.